Good day, good day, good day. My name is Howard Martell, broadcasting here from the home office here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, with another important financial tip of the day. Today, we're going to talk about living benefits explained, how some life insurance can help while you're still alive. So let's get to it. One question. When most people hear about life insurance, they think it's only help after someone passes away. But what if your biggest financial risk isn't death? What if it's getting sick or injured or not being able to work? Today, I'm going to explain living benefits in a plain English, what it is, why it matters, and what to ask so your family is protected. Living benefits equal help while living qualifying event. And the link is in the description. So I'm going to put that on the screen there for you too, so you know. Now, it is a powerful tool that's included when you work with our team, when you work with our incredible company. Um, and who's this for? Here's my disclaimer: for parents, providers, anyone with bills that don't stop, pre retirees protecting what they built, and small business owners who don't have work benefits. Here's a quick disclaimer: this is education, not financial advice. Coverage and eligibility will vary. Simple definition: living benefits are features on some life insurance policies or products that may allow you to access a portion of the benefits while you're still alive if you experience a qualifying serious illness or event. That's the beauty of it. Um, and it's the new smartphone taking over from when we had a rotary phone for those who are of my age in their 50s, 60s, and above, when we actually had a phone that we actually had to put our finger in and dial the numbers, right? Um, it is a smart product because you're not paying any more for it. It's included. That's the beauty of it. It's included in that specific policy that you have invested in. I call that smart sleep habit. Means you're going to sleep better because you know that if you do get some type of those qualifying chronic illness, God forbid, cancer, dementia, whatever, Alzheimer's, you're going to have money you can borrow against to help you and your family, especially if you are the main breadwinner. So, yes, life insurance can still protect your family if you pass away. So, say you have a $500,000 policy, right? Yeah, on average, right? You can borrow. It's going to give you 500,000 in living benefits while you're alive. So once you have that qualifying event, you can get that money tax free and do what you want with it. You can say if you have cancer, for example, and you'll hear different things in the descriptions under the Brinkman Group. That's who I work with. Great organization where we use an educational model to help educate you about this incredible tool. How do you get this education? By attending either one of our live events or attending one of our virtual events. One of our virtual events is coming up next Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can be in the comfort of your home and learn about living benefits, and then you can connect with myself and our Brinkman team, will be able to help you in the next steps if it's something that you want to protect your family with. Smart move, right? So, yes, life insurance can still protect your family if you pass away, but living benefits is about what happens if you live through something that disrupts income and drains savings. Why it matters. Let's make a practical picture of family where one parent is the main income. The bills are steady, the savings is limited because life is expensive. Now imagine an unexpected diagnosis or serious event that affects work for months. A financial pressure usually comes from lost income, medical costs, travel, and time of work. Keeping the household running, mortgages, food, childcare, you name it. If they're going to private school, we don't know. These are things that you have to analyze. Living benefits is one way families may be able to create a protection layer for those scenarios. Again, depending on the policy and eligibility. Each case is different, But if you start it, from my opinion, if you start it when you're really healthy, you're going to get the best rating that you can get. But I don't determine that. That's that's determined by those providers who will produce that policy for you, right? And then our team will go through it and find you the best possible uh, money saving ability to be able to do that. Now, we do other things too. That's what I love about it. And I'm living examples because I'm a client of theirs. Me and my wife, almost 3 years ago, decided we got connected with my mentor, who connected me with the Brinkman Group with Heather and Scott. I went to a Money 101, and the rest was history. And now I am working on behalf of our Hampton Roads area because I'm licensed in Virginia. And all I'm doing is inviting people as an advocate because I just started out and I need to learn the process of helping people. So, just like I serve this nation, I'm serving our community now. So now let's be super clear about what living benefit is not. It's not magic. It's not everyone qualifies automatically. It's not the same of every policy. And it does not replace having emergency savings. It's a simple protection feature that may help in certain situations. You're not forced to drain everything or go into high interest debt when life happens. Now, these are 7 questions to ask of in this segment. If you already have life insurance or shopping for it, here are 7 questions to ask. Does my policy include living benefits? What events qualify? Ask for examples in writing. How is benefit assessed? What's the process? And is there additional cost? And how could this be available? Is it a portion of the benefit? And how does living benefits affect what's left for my family later? There limitations based on age, health, state, or policy type. Those questions alone will help people stop guessing and start understanding what they own. Here's indirect questions. Now, let me ask you some indirect questions. If someone comes to mind, share this with them. Do you know a parent who's a primary income and would be in trouble if they couldn't work? Do you know a small business owner who doesn't have benefits like a traditional job? Do you know anyone with life insurance who's never viewed what it covers besides death? Do you know someone approaching retirement who wants less risk and more protection? If you thought of someone, send this to them. Also, please, if you know firefighters, uh, police officers in your areas, please share this out to them. We have a presentation to give to these valued members who put their lives on the line every single day. We know through studies and through things that I've looked at myself that firefighters have a huge risk of being diagnosed with a lot of cancers going into these fires and all these chemical things, right? Police officers have high blood pressure, diabetes, and other things because of the stressful situations they're put into. Wouldn't it make them feel better at night when they have the possibility of having living benefits? So if anything would happen to them, that they don't have to rely on their own savings and vice versa. Because understand, you might have health insurance, but it's not going to cover everything. I'm telling you from experience and from the numerous stories, living benefits makes sense for so many people. If you want a simple explanation of living benefit, here's a resource, and we're going to put this on the screen too. And I just wanted to show you an incredible video that's going to definitely help you, right? So if you want to know more, you can go there, reach out to Heather and her team and stuff like that. Tell them Howard sent you. Now I'm going to show you some very, very powerful stuff. This is going to move you because these are true stories that have happened, right? Um, so just bear with me as I have to find my. Excuse me. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to. There we go. I want you to watch this video. This is powerful. There you go.
But when it did happen, it was like it took our breath away.
They called to let me know that I was diagnosed with stage 2-3 breast cancer.
A melanoma.
And that's when they told us they found a tumor.
Like, okay, well, I guess I have cancer.
We got him into a local oncologist to take a look at him, and he went straight to surgery.
When she looked me in the eye and said, I had other patients who have had this same thing and they've lived at least 5 years. And that's when it hit me.
When your family's hit with cancer like that, it turns your whole world upside down.
We knew it was there in the back of our mind. We never thought about it. We just made our monthly premiums.
There were several alternative treatments that without the living benefits policy, we never would have been able to afford.
There's a lot of things associated with cancer that the insurance companies do not cover.
Sure, I had insurance, and insurance is great, and I have very good insurance. I mean, I think my out-of-pocket costs were at least $30,000 for that year.
We had the mortgage, we had the car payments, we had private school tuition, we had credit card bills, groceries. Okay.
When you're not working and when you don't have an income, things like that are very important.
There were thousands of dollars that we were able to rely on that living benefits policy for.
They actually paid out $343,000.
Nothing that I had financially could cover that other than the living benefit plan.
To have that policy just like that, it means the world.
Had I not had that, I don't think I would be here today.
All that
That's
worry,
beauty right there.
stress, it just evaporated instantly.
You just don't know what tomorrow brings.
It gave me so many different options. Without that money, who knows where we'd be.
That's the power of the living benefits. It's very powerful.
Now, that was true stories of clients that were helped by this group here. Okay? Part of our partnerships. All right. So let's stop sharing that. And as I said before, it's powerful when you have the ability to be able to help people, and that's what I'm doing. Think of me as a tour guide. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving you the education and resources, and you're deciding to look into it and to see, hey, does this make sense what Howard's talking about? Yes, every single one of our living benefit specialists, Heather included, she has licenses in multiple states. So don't worry about if you're not in Virginia. We can help you. Now, it'll be a little different because we like face to face, but we can also work through different technology means and stuff. It's not a problem. What I love about the process working with the Brinkman Group and Five Rings Financial, that's the name of the company, is that our purpose is love. Our purpose is to help the middle class and the underserved communities understand the many advantages of tax deferral, but also understanding money and stewardship. Um, and from the time that I joined this just earlier this year, because I, as a former military member, retired from my first career at 39, then started working 2 years after that, not by choice, but because of the way the market was here in Hampton Roads. And I was working for a company for almost 10 years, was let go with 32 other qualified bodies, not because of the performance, but because of government cutbacks. And it was revealed to me that I had abilities to be able to work with people. So I decided, hey, I reached out to my mentors and people that I trust. Angie Ritter, who introduced me to Heather, and Heather, who sits down with me and my wife. I was able to say, hey, what do I need to do? I'm interested in what you guys do, in our community. They explained the process. It's like, we got to get licensed. You got to study for the test. It was a small investment, but now I'm going to see fruition because I've already seen that I can make some money and replace some of my income. And it's not about the money with me because we're in a pretty good financial situation between being a small disadvantaged disabled vet. Doesn't mean that I can't work. It just means that I'm limited in what I can do. But because I am taking care of my health now, I don't have that stress I had because I had deadlines and all this stuff. Now my deadline is to definitely tell people about living benefits. So let's go further into something that you want to know about too. Um, let's go into this. I want you to watch this cool little animated.
Say you have a really beautiful home with some really annoying neighbors, and you want a nice tall line of hedges to give you some privacy. When would have been the best time to plant those hedges? 10 years ago, right? Well, since we aren't capable of time travel yet, when's the second best time to plant those hedges? That's right, today. Let's take a second and talk about procrastination. More specifically, financial procrastination, and how it could be costing you thousands, if not millions of potential dollars in retirement savings. We all know that time is our greatest ally in growing our nest egg. The longer you leave your money in an interest-earning account, the bigger that number can grow. But exactly how crucial is the need to invest early? Let's take a look. Larry and his twin brother Barry are both 19 years old. Larry gets off to an early start with his retirement savings. He starts contributing $2,000 a year to an account that gains annual compound interest at 10%. Larry sticks to his savings plan for 7 years, but hits some tough times at age 27 on a bad investment in hoverboard technology. He stops contributing after that, but his savings continue to grow at 10% interest. His twin brother Barry, on the other hand, is a bit of a procrastinator. He doesn't contribute anything for the first 7 years, but at age 27, he starts contributing his $2,000 a year and continues to contribute that amount every year through age 65. So where do our twin brothers end up at retirement? Well, they both end up doing pretty well, but Larry's got the larger nest egg, despite the fact that he only contributed a total of $16,000 compared to Barry's $78,000. So how is it that Barry invested $62,000 more than his brother, yet now has $150,000 less in his retirement savings? The answer is time. It's a beautiful thing, especially when it comes to compound interest. Let's look at this another way, and at a more conservative interest rate. Let's say Larry is 30 years old, and he starts putting $5,000 per year into an account that gains 6% compound interest. At age 65, he'll end up with $557,000 for retirement. Now, if Larry had waited until he was 40 to start investing and wanted to end up with that same amount, he would have to put over $10,000 per year into that account. At age 50, the contribution would have to be just under $25,000 per year. So what did we learn? Procrastinating is the most damaging thing you can do when it comes to your retirement savings. But if you've been procrastinating, don't despair, repair. There's still time, and the best time to start planting that seed is today.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed this. So what I'm going to do is go here. I'm going to add this to the stage. Hold on a second. I want to share one final thing out. Now, if you want to know more virtually from the comforts of your home, our virtual 101, it's in the description, and it's been on the screen before, right? Sign up for it. Our next one, Virtual Money One, How Money Really Works from the Comforts of Your Home by the Five Rings Financial. Heather Brinkman, Executive Vice President, her and her husband, Scott. I treat them like family, just like they treat me like family, because they want me to succeed. Because Scott was a former naval officer, ended up being a Navy SEAL. Isn't that pretty cool? So he's been in some perilous situations, but their story is incredible. And how they had nothing after almost 38 years of service. They fell trapped to some nefarious things, and then they attended the Money 101 live, and it changed their lives. Most people in America would like to learn about money. Join us for a free educational event about how money really works for you. Growing and protecting money doesn't have to be complicated. Join us for an informative, entertaining virtual presentation that takes all the mystery out of growing and preserving your wealth. Wherever you are in your financial journey, you will find something significant in this education-based presentation. This event has changed the financial direction of hundreds of thousands of people, including me and my family, from all walks of life, to include teachers, accountants, truck drivers, realtors, stay-at-home moms, CEOs, military, bankers, farmers, firefighters, police officers, attorneys, airlines, pilots, and multiple other categories. Remember, we serve you, the middle class and the underserved communities. Think of us as an educational tour guide. Then you decide if you want to further that relationship, and then we will do a appointment in a secure location that where you want to, and we'll go deeper dive into showing you where we can help you in your whatever goals you have, whether it's preserving your wealth, whether it's college education, whether it's retirement, and so much more. It disturbs me when I see these headlines that most Americans have less than $1,000 saved up. I can tell you, I'm glad I started when I was 19, but I wish at 19 I knew what I knew at age 25. And now, as I screech towards 53, I'm preserving that wealth even quicker now but I do have ailments and stuff like most veterans and stuff, but I don't allow that to stop me from helping serve you. For my veterans, that thrift savings plan is in a very volatile market. For my government workers, yes, we can help you too. Especially if you're getting closer to retirement, we can roll that over into something that's going to be protected. You'll learn about this. You never have to risk your money to get great returns. That's why I call it my sleep insurance. And our clients sleep well at night, just like I do. Join us now and learn how they do it. It's a unique Zoom invite will be sent. Please, no financial agent without prior consent. It's 1 hour. It's online. Now, you want to know more? Also, that same day, if you want to know more about the company that I work with, Five Rings Financial Company, incredible company. I got to experience a regional training event about 4 weeks ago. Wow, it blew me away. I got to talk to the CEO, I got to talk to his wife, I got to talk to other successful people. Now, that's on the 30th. That's that same night, but it starts at 6. So that'd be about an hour. Wine, Wealth, and Women. Another incredible event. There's few tickets left. This sells out every time. This is at our headquarters here in Virginia Beach. So if you're in the 757 area, it's a great place for women to network, especially if you're women in business or thinking about it, or just want to relax from the kids or whatever. It doesn't matter. Now, our next live Money 101 is at the Westin in Virginia Beach for the 757 area. Here's your information here too. You can get that from the link that I shared on the screen and in the comments, or just reach out to me and I'll provide it to you. And then we have a virtual Money 101, of course, that's happening on the 30th of this month. So these are all the places that you can get all the information you need to be successful in your financial decisions. See, I want to help as many people as we can help, right? But I also want to help people understand that it's about your education, not about mine, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to help each and every one of you thrive in this marketplace because you got to make smart money decisions. If you don't make smart money decisions, how do you expect to seriously be financially in a good situation, right? So with that being said, living benefits explained. I went through some of the things you're going to learn, but it's going to be very educational and well worth your time. So please share, like, and share this out to anybody that you truly care about and love. We love you, and we're looking forward to seeing you at one of our live events or on the virtual event. Take care and make smart choices and definitely look into living benefits. There you go. It's on the screen again. Take care, and I'll see you at one of our events.